When I was accepted into graduate school, I was still an undergraduate at Salisbury University, and I remember getting my acceptance letter in a Chinese restaurant on Christmas Day.
I was finishing my undergraduate degree at the University of Maryland.
I was working at a doctor's office.
I was living in Colorado working 2 jobs.
I was at Georgia Southern finishing up my bachelor's degree, and I was in my last semester.
I was at my office, but because I was a pretty new employee, I couldn't use my phone from my desk. So I used to have to go to the bathroom to send emails or check my text messages. So that's actually where I was when I found out I got accepted to UMD.
I was really nervous. I thought it was going to be a lot of work and a lot of pressure, which it was.
I felt all sorts of emotions. I was nervous, I was scared, I was excited.
I was excited to move to Maryland because I had been living in Georgia for 19 years at that point.
I was ambivalent because I had been out of school for 5 years.
I hadn't been in school since 2013, so I was excited to be back at UMD, and I had just spent the previous 2 years, hanging out in the mountains in Nepal without a lot of structure to my days, so I didn't really know how I was going to do with the new environment.
I was excited. I was ready to start this new chapter. Little did I know that my life was drastically about to change. I got my dream job and found out I was pregnant.
When I first met the cohort, I noticed that we all had unique and individual personalities, and at that point I wasn't really sure how we were all going to mesh together.
I was really nervous because there were only 6 of us, and I wanted us to all get along because I knew we were going to spend a lot of time together.
I had met Mariana first in IA training, and I thought, yee, she's quiet.
When I first met Kate, I remember thinking, wow, we are total opposites. This IA thing together is probably not going to work out, and we're probably not going to be close friends.
Right off the bat, I was super annoyed that there was another Caitlin. Once I got over that, I feel like everyone was really nice, and I was excited that our cohort was so small and that we were all women and we all had these really diverse backgrounds and experiences.
I met everyone at the luncheon, and Kate already had a drink in her hand, and all I was thinking was, she's so loud.
And then we started our first semester together.
Let's talk about biostats real quick.
Yikes.
Yikes. Yikes.
Yikes.
We didn't even know how to formulate the questions that we had.
Once upon a day in Epi, we were choosing groups to work in for a project.
So I wrote all of our names on a piece of paper for Dr. Dyer, and then before I could actually go up to hand it in, Kate snatched it out of my hands.
I went to title our group BCH Sqad.
She wrote Sqad, like squad, but without the U.
Thus, we are Sqad.
Sqad is a team. We are each other's support system. We get coffee, smoothies, we read each other's papers, presentations, and we're really just there for each other with whatever comes up.
There's so many ways that the group has just shown up in general. I think a lot about the countless number of times that people have been willing to pick me up or drop me off or go out of their way to help me be included in something and help make my life easier over the past 2 years.
As a Sqad, it was never a competition. From the beginning, it was always, we all crossed the finish line.
Not only did they help me with work and making sure that I kept up with my assignments, but also just making sure that I was okay.
The Sqad has had my back so many times that it's when didn't they have my back?
When my stepdad died, they went out of their way to teach me biostatistics during finals week so that I could take the final on time.
And seeing the group at my sister's viewing and being able to hug them and know that they were there for me was priceless.
It wasn't, are we going to the viewing? It was, what time are we meeting there?
I've made it through COVID-19 because of Sqad helping me with my projects and also making me laugh hysterically through Jackbox.
One of my favorite things to do during quarantine is when we all get online and play Jack in the Box. I think it's the best way to spend Friday night.
It's been totally depressing not seeing these humans on a regular basis.
Sqad probably texts all day, every day in our group chat. And we've really tried to stay connected and just laugh with each other as much as we can.
The support continues. They let me practice presenting not only my capstone presentation, but also my NIAD presentation in front of them over Zoom.
Still supporting one another in school and in life is just a huge testament to what Sqad is about.
When I think of Sqad, I think of lifelong friendship and support.
When I think Sqad, I think resilience.
When I think of Sqad, I think of the best support system I could have asked for.
When I think of Sqad, I think of the sisters I never had.
When I think of Sqad, I think of the ones to always have my back and my biggest support system.
When I think of Sqad, I think family.
I wouldn't be here, ready to graduate, if it weren't for those amazing humans.
I'm so grateful that I went through this experience with all of you. I truly wouldn't have it any other way.
I definitely would not have made it through the past 2 years without Sqad. They are the best support system I could ever ask for.
I love all of you.
Thanks for making this not so great experience an amazing one.
And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
I'm the other Caitlin, and this is where we take Health 710 where we all develop arthritis.
I'm sorry, can you explain 4A again? 4A, define and construct. You did that. Check.